everyone. Welcome to Market Show. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I'm doing good. We're here on Christmas Eve, getting ready for the holidays, and it's should be a pretty quiet week of trading, I would think. For anybody out there who's looking to get heavy into the markets, this might not be your best week to try and push the envelope and be aggressive. You never know, right? We could have the best week of trading ever, but my anticipation is it's going to be relatively quiet. Volumes are probably going to be a little lower, and that means that volatility is going to go one of two ways, right? When volumes are lower, you either get these crazy, unpredictable swings, or it's dead flat. No idea what's going to happen, but either way, you got to be cautious with it. So let's have some fun here, right? And not go crazy for Christmas.
Yeah.
Unlike my hat.
Yeah, you're a hat man. I love that. I love that.
That's one of my favorite hats.
It's looking really good, man. Guys, over on our website, I can't get my stream over to the chat room. I don't have permission for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't gotten any memo yet of being let go at the end of the year, but who knows? So my permission is blocked from sharing into the chat room. I'm going to keep trying, but YouTube should be perfectly fine. I'm running the stream today as our good buddy Brent is taking some time off, much deserved, as he has done a great job with this show throughout the entire year. So I'll try it one more time here. Share. Let's see. And no, permission not obtained. So not working. All right, Peter's going to hook you up there. There will be a little bit of delay through Peter's stream. If you want to see the live one without a delay with voice, right? The video will be delayed. Our voice will be perfectly fine. You can just, you can look at it on YouTube. Let me reset my camera as it froze as I'm trying to share. And there it is. All right, good to go.
There you go.
Perfect, friends. All right, let's get into it, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Peter. This week is about, taking it easy and not forcing anything because it can be very, very tough going into the holiday trading. All right, but your hat is making me laugh. All right, friends, let's get to it. Quick look at our gappers list this morning. Right on here, we have a bunch in the green. So is Santa Claus rally maybe coming up here? Who knows? But a lot of stuff in the green this morning. We saw this back and forth over the last couple of weeks. Things in the green, in the red, back in the green. So many tickers that we're seeing over the last couple of weeks. Been very active. QBTS, QUBT. Always on this gappers list here today as well. And we have some other ones. Soundhound, NVO has been very active. They're gapping up today. They had a huge drop last week. We'll see how that's driving this morning. Tesla is on here, never misses this list. SMCI, I mean, half of this list or more, you guys are very aware of these tickers. We'll dive into them and see what's happening there. Peter, let's get to our U.S. economic calendar. We have a basic setup today, so I don't have the U.S. economic calendar screen. But what's the latest and greatest on your end?
Okay. Pretty late today. We only have one item of note, which is the consumer confidence number, which is going to be coming out at 10 o'clock. Normally, that doesn't have much of a market impact, so should be pretty quiet today, guys. There's not going to be a lot of economic data this week. Again, we've got Christmas, of course, happening on Wednesday. We got the markets closing early tomorrow. They close at 1 o'clock tomorrow, closed all day on Wednesday, and then it's normal trading Thursday, Friday. So it's, normal trading. Again, lowered volume, but normal hours, at least in the market. So should be, fairly quiet this week. As I said, today, the only thing is consumer confidence at 10. Pretty quiet, Carlos, on that front.
Yeah, it sure is. All right, friends, let's start diving into this gappers list. First one on the list, TRAW. If I could type correctly. Fingers got to warm up. It is freezing, Peter. It is 9 degrees here where I'm at. I'm sure in Canada it's probably even worse.
I was out with the dog, as it's holiday season. That means my daughter's here with the puppy, and it was good until I just got cold, and then it still hasn't let go of me yet. So I hear you. My fingers are not operating normally yet.
They sure are not. All right, here's TRAW, friends. This is up 95%, 4.6 million shares traded. So tons of volume, lower price stock. Flow 2.2 million, so on the lower side of things here. Peter, again, not typically a stock that I will watch. What is the latest and greatest on this one?
Well, as you could guess, we're going to get a few of these. As always, it is a Monday, which means pharmaceutical companies are going to jump up here. I've never heard of this one. This is Traws Pharma. Apparently announced that they've got positive phase 1 results for something called trivoxavir marboxil. Anyways, it's looking to treat bird flu, the H5N1 bird flu. So nobody wants the bird flu. So that's good news in terms of their phase 1 trials. They're expecting the phase 2 study to begin in the first quarter, or first half, anyways, of 2025. So good news for them. Like you said, though, low float, high risk. Trade it if you dare.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Seems like it's losing a lot of the momentum here. Again, as high as 16, down now to 985. You could short it, but man, just again, just have a plan in place. Only 5,000 units to short as far as inventory with interactive brokers, so not a whole lot there for you to go by. Next on the list is going to be, oh, this should be fun, especially for Christmas time. Rum is on here. Not that kind of rum. It's Rumble. But up 40% this morning. 2 million shares traded. Hard to borrow. Again, not the easiest stock to intraday trade. We're very familiar with it. Peter, today they're getting some good movement here upwards. What's the latest and greatest?
Well, it looks like there's two things. On Friday, it looks like they had some news that they got $775 million investment from a crypto firm called Tether. So that's, I guess, good that they got this investment. And then what is today's the 23rd? So yesterday, it looks like that some of the Rumble's former executives have potentially will be getting positions with the incumbent Trump presidency. So that's unverified, but that would be interesting, of course. But you know what? I mean, there's all sorts of people that are getting nods for weird positions within this new government. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this government works. Like, I just don't quite understand how this would function. But you know what, Carlos, I have to say, like, it may be one of these scenarios where it's just so crazy it might just work. I don't know, but or either
yeah.
Or there's going to be, like, agencies imploding all over the place. So I don't know. It's going to be crazy. But anyways, Rumble's in the news. I remember Rumble. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen this on our list, but they're here now, and maybe they'll be tradable. I don't know. I mean, their normal daily volume is not all that attractive. They get about 4 million shares on average, it looks like. It's today. I mean, they're already doing half that volume, and they're up significantly, right? Almost 39%. So maybe today's the day for Rumble. I don't know. I'm not that enthusiastic about it, but I'll put it here until I see something better, frankly.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, so I got notification, guys. My volume is a little bit low over compared to Peter's. That's my end. How about that there? I moved up the gain a little bit, so hopefully that sounds a little bit better, but hopefully not distorted, right? So let me know how that sounds, guys. If not, what we could do next is I can pull down Peter's volume a little bit more, and then we can kind of be evened out. So let us know if that's a little bit better, and we'll go from there. All right, friends, Rumble, again, not going to be on my list in play today, but again, not one that I am fond of at the moment. We'll look at the next one, DESP. So DESP, let's take a look at what's happening here. This is Despegar. It looks desperate, so I don't like it. Looks like a buyout, up 33%, 685,000. Yeah, this is messy. Peter, I'm not sure we'll be watching this one, but what is going on with it anyway?
This is a online travel agency out of Argentina. That's not something we see very often, but you read it correctly, Carlos. It is absolutely a buyout. It looks like they're being bought out for 1.7 billion by a company called Prosus. And Prosus, I don't know where they're based out of, but the news article is coming out of Amsterdam and Johannesburg. So this is a global deal going on here for sure. But anyways, Prosus Latin America ecosystem. They're looking to add this Despegar to their portfolio. So anyways, as soon as you hear buyout, usually that means it's not going to be that great of a trader. The buyout price, $19.50. And I guess that explains the current price. I'm actually surprised to see the price slightly above that buyout amount, but there you go. It's really, the price is just going to hang out here. So yeah, not that exciting from a trading perspective.
Yeah, I don't like it here at all. We'll move on to the next one, friends. Let's take a look. And there's a ton on the gap up list, as you can see here. Again, we're not going to go through all of them. We'll look maybe at the top 5 here. We'll look at next RGTI, which has been making so much noise. RGTI this morning. Oh, RGTI. If I can type again. Fingers are not warmed up today, man. We're getting there. RGTI, ooh, high flying this morning, up 26.6, 17 million shares traded. That is tons of volume. And if you look at the daily here, this thing is no stranger to getting some really big moves. We saw that all last week, and that is continuing into this week. Peter, obviously, this is looking pretty good this morning. Will be on my list. I haven't traded it yet since it's been very active, but today looks like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, do you guys remember this from last week, Carlos? I think it came up on one of the day when you weren't here. Rigetti Spaghetti, as we were calling it, for no reason other than it rhymed and it made us chuckle. But yeah, really, I mean, it's the same news, right? This is a quantum computing related stock. They've got, they're in the right field. This is hot right now. They did announce that they received, I have to admit, I don't quite understand the headline. So let me read it to you, that their 84 qubit Anka 3 system achieves 99.5% median 2 qubit gate fidelity milestone. Some cool words in there. I don't exactly know what that means, but I guess it's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, 99.5%, by the way, fidelity. That doesn't sound that good. I mean, when I was, I don't know. Anyways,
go for it, Peter. Go for it.
Yeah, no, go ahead, go for it. I just know, like, when we were doing IT systems for clients, like, if we didn't have, we called it 5 nines reliability. If we weren't doing 99.999% reliability, that was considered a poorly designed system. So 99.5% doesn't sound that impressive to me, but maybe that's awesome. I have no idea. So yeah, you guys can all have some spiked eggnog because I mentioned corporate life. But anyways, whatever. The Rigetti Spaghetti is moving this morning. If you want to trade it, by all means, it's yours. I haven't looked at it either, Carlos. I really, it's got 19 million shares though this morning. I mean, it's got the volume. It's up towards the high end of the previous spike that it made last week. So maybe today will be its day. Again, it's going to go on my list with rum. Just because I don't have anything better to trade at the moment. So, maybe we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what else we get.
Yeah, I'm actually going to throw this one on my secondary. I do like the volume today. I mean, look at the explosion at 835. That is, and it's going. That is wild. So we definitely got to keep an eye on this one. It will be on my secondary list. And again, I might not trade it. I haven't traded it yet, but today looking really, really good. All right, here's one that we've been very familiar with, QTBS. QBTS. I had those backwards. Up 21%, 8.8 million shares traded. Alongside this one, you can always look at QUBT, which is, again, they're side by side here this morning. That one also on deck. But Peter, they're both up. QBTS up 21%, 9 million shares traded. This one, again, hard to borrow. The float on this one is not low, sitting at 280. In play this morning, looks like, after a very active week.
Yeah, they they're just doing the promo tour. They were on Fox News over the weekend. Their CEO, they are making sure that they get as much coverage as possible. So yeah, nothing really new to report here, but all power to them, right? I mean, this is the space, as we were just talking about. Rigetti, this QBTS, QUBT, pick whatever one you like and go happy. Just be careful, because these are as volatile as they can be exciting.
Yeah, they sure can. QBTS, I think, looks a little bit better. Let's look at uh, QUBT is the other one.
T. Yeah.
Actually, they both look the same. QBTS is a little bit higher, up 20%, slightly more volume. Again, I'll throw it on my list, and that one traded very well last week. If you guys remember, we had a good Andrew had some real good trading. I forget on which one of these. But again, they could be very exciting. Will be on my secondary list today. Let's take a look here. Next on our gap up list, last one here. Then we'll hop around a little bit. RCAT. So RCAT this morning, RCAT. It is up 13.51 million shares traded. We got a little bit of action here. We're reaching some of our recent resistance area back in early December, when around right around where it's at now, 1258, just slightly below that. This pre-market has been up to 1310 already, so it could be exciting. Float on this bad boy is 60 million, so it's not a low flow. It's kind of above that low flow line that we like to see. Anything going on with this one this morning, Peter?
There's nothing new, really. I mean, they had some news. They've been trying to stay in the news here a little bit, as they've had the news on their drones. So this is what do they produce? They produce computer hardware and some circuit boards for drones, it looks like. They had a defense contract that was announced mid-December, but nothing new today on it, so doesn't look all that exciting to me.
Yeah, it does not. We'll skip on this one. All right, let's stop here on the gap up list. Peter, I'll go to you first. This one we're going to talk about, guys, of course. I do see Tesla down there. We'll talk about that one. I'm sure somebody's going to bring it up. I do see SoundHound, and I do see one of Peter's favorites, Lunar. So we'll get to those. But before we do that, Peter, anything you like on your end that's gapping up this morning that we haven't talked about yet?
Well, you sort of mentioned some of them, because it's interesting how things are all over the place. I see that Apple, Amazon, and Tesla are all gapping up, where Microsoft is gapping down. For example, the semiconductor sector seems to be on the upside. So last week I threatened AMD to take them off my list, and I had a fantastic trade on AMD to go into the weekend. So that made me very happy on Friday. So they're back. We're good again. We're dating once again. So I'm going to be watching my friends in the semiconductor sector, which are all green, barely green, but all green this morning. And then Tesla, Carlos, you mentioned it. I mean, I guess we have to talk about Tesla a little bit. It's interesting to me that I was thinking about this industry over the weekend. I can't remember, I was talking to somebody about it, and it's amazing how Tesla's got its fans, of course, and is by far, right, the most successful trading stock out there, especially from a car company point of view. So the old traditional car companies that we were joking about actually on Friday, to say, well, you got to have the meme game going, or you're not going to make it anywhere these days. So two of the non-meming car companies, Honda and Nissan, have said that they are teaming up actually to try and take on some of these car companies like BYD that they'd be fighting in some of the Asia Pacific regions, and then of course Tesla for the rest of the world. So no confirmation on that, but if Nissan and Honda do have a merger, then that would change things a little bit, but still, it doesn't put them anywhere near the same category as a Tesla. But it's interesting that they said, that's one of the reasons why they are looking to team up. And they've even said that potentially they would consider inviting Mitsubishi Motors into their little party as well. So, I don't know how that would work. John, you're going to have to create a new acronym. How can you combine Mitsubishi, Nissan, and Honda for a new company name? There's got to be something in there.
Yeah.
But they are just in talks.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
They're struggling big time, so they're trying to figure out how to stay in business. But yeah, that's a big merger. I mean, would it make them the biggest car company, bigger than Toyota, if they do that, or no? No, still.
I don't think so.
Close,
we'd have to look. I mean, how do you measure biggest, right? Like if you want to do it based on market cap, it doesn't matter. Pretty much every traditional car company could merge into a single entity, and they'd still only be a third the size of Tesla from a market cap perspective. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, in terms of sales, yeah, maybe that would make them probably one of the larger ones, I would think. I don't know what the relative sales are. Nissan and Mitsubishi's sales are much smaller than something like Toyota or Volkswagen, for example. So,
Right, right.
um, but anyways,
Mustafa says they say that would make them the third largest, but Mustafa's saying
third largest.
GM is number one. You sure? I thought Toyota had that covered,
I
but
thought
who
Toyota
knows?
was,
Well up there,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Let's see
Uh,
here.
Either way, I like Tesla, man. I'm gonna be watching it while you look up that information. It will be on my list. I added two my main lists on here, so Tesla for sure in play. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Little more difficult to trade now that it moves $3-4 very easily. But you just again, just it's all a mindset. Reduce your number of shares, and it's still trading very, very good. So just be aware of your risk. Give yourself a little bit more room. Take less risk, and you'll be absolutely fine. This thing moves very well. You can't trade it the way it was trading when it was like $200, right? It's not that same type of animal. So Tesla on deck. Peter, before we move from this one, anything you have there or anything else you want to look at?
Well, just to share. What's happened here? I got to get rid of this ad. I don't know if I can. Can I share stuff in our vMix there, Carlos? Is that going to mess the world up?
No, let's do it.
Here, let's see what happens. I'll put it in my camera. So here you go.
Yeah.
According to this website, anyways, the world's top selling automakers ranked by sales. Toyota's number one with 10 million car sales. Volkswagen in second place with 8.3 million. Hyundai number three. That's a surprise to me, 6.8. But there they are. Nissan next, and then GM's down in sixth place with 5.8 million car sales. This is as of 2022, so it's a little maybe a year or two behind. But I don't think GM's jumped ranks that many times. Of course, I'm assuming this website. This is carlogos.org that is accurate as well. So you never know, right?
Never know.
Look, you never know. Just because you find it online doesn't mean it's true. But anyways, that's what they claim. So, but that matches what my understanding was. Toyota and Volkswagen were sort of 1 and 2 out there. So there you go. Anyways, doesn't matter. But as I said, it's amazing to me when you look at the ranking and you move down the list. And if I go down, the Tesla is number 15 with 1.3 million, in sales. But if you look at their size from a market cap, they eclipse again. You could add every other car company sort of together, and they're still not Tesla. So, you know what? From our point of view here, it matters what trades, and Tesla trades, baby.
Right.
So, it's always on my list.
Absolutely. Trades very, very well. Will be on my list too, this morning as well. Peter, before we move to the gap down, anything else you like on the gap up list this morning?
No, I think we covered the highlights.
Okay, excellent. On the gap down side of things, guys, only two tickers on here is going to be NVNI and MSTR. So one of our good buddies this morning. Let's take a look at both of them. NVNI first. Where's the truck? I think I have the truck here somewhere. Gonna bring out the truck. I'm ready to show it today.
Down there.
Yeah, we'll look for it.
Screen 11.
I have it here. Screen 11. Come here, truck. Screen 11. Oh, it's hidden. Okay, we gotta bring that bad boy up. Here it is. There's a nice truck for you, my friend. Envy and I. Take that. All right, Peter. What's the latest and greatest on this caca?
There isn't much. I don't actually see any news in this. I don't even know why it made our list, to be honest. I mean, it met the criteria, but why are people trading it enough to make our list this morning? I don't really know. I don't see any news. It doesn't look that interesting. I agree with you. Garbage it. We can move on.
Yep, absolutely. So garbage truck there. Hard to borrow if you are interested in. Again, just be careful. We're joking around a little bit here. You might this might fit your trade book. You might have a strategy for this. For me and Peter, this is way off the mark. We're going to blow right by it. All right, let's take a look at MSTR this morning. This is going to be down 776,000 shares traded. And as you can see here, very active pre-market activity, which is not unusual for MSTR. So I like it this morning, Peter. I'm sure you probably do as well.
Yeah, MSTR is, I mean, it's certainly been interesting. Not the easiest to trade because the spread can be big. The spread, the difference between the bid and ask, can get high at times, and that often scares me off some of these stocks. So, they're dropping most likely because they announced this weekend that they were adding more Bitcoin into their portfolio, and Bitcoin prices dropped over the weekend. We're sitting down just under $95,000 now for a Bitcoin, 94,800. So they're back under that $100,000 mark, and we're falling pretty much all weekend. Now, I mean, it's not a disastrous drop, right? It's just part of the natural, movement, I guess, that the stock would have. But that $100,000 mark obviously is a big mental mark for so many people. So here we are down lower as we head into this Christmas week. It's probably going to stay, languishing in this area, I would think, for the next few days. But you never know. Bitcoin can certainly do some crazy stuff. So if you want it, it's yours to trade. I'll not be touching it today.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep MSTR on my secondary list. I mean, this thing is looking pretty good this morning. Let's see what it does. Daily has been also very interesting, as you can see here. A couple of all last week in the red. Besides Friday, Friday had a big, nice day there to recover a little bit. Should be fun. MSTR on the secondary list there for right now. Okay, that covers our gap down. So not much gapping down this morning, friends, on the gap up list. Peter, as far as you go, anything that you like on your end that maybe we have not talked about on the gap down?
Well, I mentioned really briefly a minute ago Microsoft. I just feel Christmas week, I find Microsoft often gets some interesting moves, at least historically. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to move this week, but I have traded Microsoft a little more heavily for some reason over the Santa Claus rally period. Maybe it's people adding to their portfolio for the end of year. I'm not sure why, but I'll keep an eye on it. It's not doing anything today. It's down marginally with very, very low volume. So it doesn't look that exciting, to be honest, but I just know from history to keep an eye on it. The other one that often moves with a little more interest over this holiday period is Disney. DIS, I noticed it's down slightly this morning. Again, extremely low volume, not doing anything interesting at the moment, but those are just two of the ones that I sort of keep on a secondary list that I often move up over the holiday period just to see what fun and action they might have. So far, starting slow. Carlos, other than that, I the other sector maybe I should mention that I often keep an eye on over this period are the cruise lines. We sometimes get news about increased uh, bookings, I guess, over the Christmas period. Often it's sort of the first week of January when we see sometimes the cruise lines, have a little bit of news. They might change or modify their forecast. Again, don't know if that's going to happen. We had very strong bookings over the summer. You notice that sort of tailed off as we went into the fall winter sessions here. So I'm noticing that all the cruise lines are, I think they're all, well, Royal Caribbean is up a little bit, but Carnival Cruise Lines, CCL, and Norwegian NCLH are both down a little bit. None of them are doing anything, no high volume, but that's another sector I like to keep an eye on over this holiday season. So that's about it. That's all I got, Carlos.
Yeah, you got it. All right, friends, let's take a look at some of the stuff that you guys are mentioning over in our chat. I'm looking at both on here. I see PLTR being mentioned by our good buddy Sridhar over on YouTube. Let's take a look. PLTR has been very, very active. Wow, look at Friday. Haven't seen this yet. Friday, big, big day for them, man. 72 all the way to 80. That's a $8 plus move. Right to their all-time highs, and today they're cracking above their all-time highs with a high as 82.92. I like this. I like PLTR this morning. I think I'm going to add this to the list. Peter, what's your thoughts?
It's not bad. It looked good on Friday. I actually wasn't watching it much on Friday, but you're right. It sort of went higher out of the gate and just kept going all day. So it might be interesting to see what it does. Decent volume this morning, especially compared to everything else that has generally lower volume. To see 4.5 million shares traded on PLTR, that's not a bad sign. Probably worth putting on the list.
Yeah, I kind of like this here. I'm going to add this to the list as well. I like it. All right, going through our chat here, let's take a look over on the next one, NVO. Yeah, NVO had a big drop right there. Instead of, making people lose more weight, I guess they lost a lot of price action here, a lot of capital, but big drop for them. But yeah, I agree with you. Some of the comments on here, it was not that bad. It was like they were able to only lose like it was like I don't quote the number. It was like 20% of the way opposed to like 30. Listen, if somebody could lose 23%, I think they'll be very happy, right? With 23% weight loss instead of 30. Is that a big deal? I don't think for a person trying to lose weight, I don't think it is, but not as bad, not compared to other companies, right? Not as good, obviously, but they're gapping up this morning. 4.7, 1.1 million shares traded. So Peter, I don't know if we'll be watching this one today, but it could be interesting.
Yeah. I tried to trade them on Friday, and yeah, it wasn't a great trading stock. I really didn't enjoy it, to be honest. It was didn't sort of work out the way I had hoped. But yeah, maybe. Don't forget, it's a NYSE stock. So whenever something trades on the New York Stock Exchange, you just got to be a little more careful about judging its direction, especially if you're using technical indicators. The market makers can play with it a little differently. Friday, it definitely had a little bit of a down day. Thursday, it sort of and it closed down. So yeah, today, Carlos, as you say, maybe it's up a little bit this morning. It's certainly got lots of room to the top side, right? We can go all the way from here to about $99 before we hit any sort of level of resistance. So at least based on the chart. So yeah, it could be in play. Tough to tell.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I'm having some fun with running this show here. I'm typing in. If you read this, type laptop on your message. People are doing that, and then I'm like, I see you're paying attention. So yeah, some people are paying attention to my ticker list at the bottom there on the banner. Awesome. NVO. I'm gonna add this on here. Should we do, if we get record likes, should we do like a laptop every day this week for Christmas? Andrew's gonna kill me if he hears me saying this, but that's not a.
Yeah.
Is that a hard ask? But we got to do record numbers though, right? We
I don't
have
know.
to do like
Yeah.
insane numbers. Do a laptop every day this week as a Christmas thing. We're running by him. But it's got to be good numbers, right? Because usually a lighter week, people are not here. But if people show up, maybe we could do something. All right. So NVO, I'm going to add it to my main list. Might not stay there. I do like the action on it right now. I like the gap down. Again, overreaction over this gap down that we had a few days ago. Could be some fun action to the upside. All right, let's take a look. Thank you guys for typing laptop here. What is this? Is this your last day on the job? No, it's not. Not yet. Maybe
I hope not.
Not yet. after I start giving away this stuff, yeah, it might be my last day. I might be writing that in stone there. Okay. We are set. Peter, anything else? If
No,
not,
that's all I'm watching. I think we covered them. Yeah.
okay, perfect. Let's bring up our announcements for, and I'm going to try to do this as smooth as possible. We'll bring an announcement for this week, because this week is weird. Peter, let's talk about the days that we're off. We'll start there. I know we're off the 25th, but there's a half day somewhere in here.
Yes, so tomorrow is actually only a half day. The markets always close early when we have the Christmas holidays. So this year it's the Christmas Eve, and then all day Wednesday the markets are closed. So know that trading is going to be, that means volumes are naturally going to be lower, probably today, definitely tomorrow, and then Thursday, Friday, it's tough to say. I mean, usually volumes are a little lower, but we can still get good trading. So I said, I just don't know what to expect. I'm going to be very cautious one way or the other. So that's your schedule for this week, and then next week is going to be very similar because, of course, we have New Year's, and it's the same thing, right? It's on Wednesday as well, I believe. So just keep that in mind. If you're trading over the next 2 weeks, now is not the time, in my opinion, to go too aggressive. There can be some great trades out there, but make sure that you're waiting for them, that you're being tactical. You're not just throwing darts.
Excellent.
If I want to. Sorry, if you want to look at what's happening in our community, sorry, I should get to that. We don't have a lot of stuff happening this week. Carlos, you're doing the onboarding class tonight, I believe. We've got that happening this evening.
Absolutely.
Right?
We'd love for you guys to join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's make it fun given that it's Christmas week. So yeah, stop by.
Right. So we've got the onboarding tonight at noon today. Brendan is going to be giving his DAS course. It's still a good time to get some hints. I learned something new about DAS last week, in fact, how to reverse a chart. I didn't even know you could do that. You could literally flip the chart upside down. Being short bias, I could take a long chart, flip it upside down. If it looks good to me, then I know that maybe that's something I should be taking long. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hold on. Peter, you could solve a lot of problems. Many traders fail. This could be their solution. Just, use this hotkey to flip it upside up and they could be in the right position all the time.
Yeah, just flip it upside down. Now, it doesn't actually flip the direction of your trade. It just literally flips the chart upside down. So you got to be a little careful with that. But it was sort of cool to know that you can just flip a chart from, right side up to upside down, and it'll do that. So, yeah. Anyways, but the point is, you can learn something new about the platform that you're using all the time. There's so many little sort of hidden gems in there of things that you can do. It's good to ask the questions and learn from others, and that's what the noon class today will give you the opportunity to do with Brendan leading that. So there's that, and then there's Carlos tonight. Now after that, like we said, it's going to be a quiet week, right? So Tuesday, we normally have our strategy and trade book. No strategy and trade book this week or next week, right? We're off until the new year. Same thing. Wednesday would normally be our psychology courses, right? Wednesday this week is Christmas. Wednesday next week is Wednesday next week is New Year's Day, so we won't be doing any courses there either. So it's going to be a very, very quiet week. And then Thursdays we normally do all of our mentorship classes. We're giving everybody this week off. We'll have to see if we're going to be back next week. We may be back with some of the mentorship. I'll have to confirm with the team as we get closer to that. But for this week, guys, no, we have basically no evening activities, no webinars happening this evening in the community other than the onboarding happening tonight. So if you want to get your fix of webinars or you want to get some information, tonight's your night. Join Carlos, 8 o'clock in the onboarding room. That's when you've got the chance to do it. Other than that, it's going to be a quiet week. All right, so keep that in mind. If you want to join us in the community, though, what we do have is our Hello 2025 sale going on. With that, we're giving you a discount off of these diamond and platinum. If you look at the diamond and platinum, the big difference between those is the platinum gives you not only all of the chat room access and information, it also is giving you access to the boot camp. And the P Capital Boot Camp, we have one that starts first week of January. If that's of interest to you, then you might want to consider that deal. It is the best deal you're going to get for access to everything. If you don't have to join in January, in fact, you can use that deal and maybe join the spring boot camp, which would likely be starting in May, I think, is when we'd be doing that one. So, but if you want to take advantage of that, now's the time to get that deal. Go to bearabletraders.com, use the code HELLO2025, and you should be able to see these deals and take advantage of them. Got any questions? Just email us. We're always here, always available. Peter at pcapitaltrading.com or Peter at bearabletraders.com. I invite you to email, ask me questions. Carlos has got the same email addresses. So, yeah, let us know. We're happy to answer your questions, give you a hand however we can. All right? So, there you go. That's what we got.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Peter. All right, friends, let's get to it. Let's see what we have going on here. I mean, my list right now is not looking all that explosive. Let's move this over here. So my list right now not looking all that explosive at the moment. If I can, oh, there it is. Only right now Tesla, POTR, NVO, and then my secondary list QUBT, RGTI, and MSTR. Maybe I'll move some of those up. You mentioned AMD, let's take a look. I think I can add more to this. I want to add more to this. AMD this morning up 1.2, 1.1 million shares traded. We have not looked at NVIDIA. People in chat are talking about how do we flip our DAS charts. That is very interesting, man. Just shows you, makes me think how much DAS can do. I mean, DAS is one of these platforms, man. You'll be surprised the amount of stuff that you can do with this platform. The hotkeys, the shortcuts. It is just so impressive. NVIDIA looks interesting. 5.7 million shares traded. Maybe I'll add this as I'll add this as a filler. Some of my Magnificent 7 could be very good fillers. NVIDIA could be one of them. Apple could be another good one as well. Big day on Friday today. Yeah, looking interesting. Maybe we'll add this one as well. Not much volume though, so that's not looking so interesting there as far as volume goes. So right now, Tesla, POTR, NVO, NVIDIA, and I think I'm just going to move up MSTR. I think that's going to make the list, and we'll do levels for that, and then we'll see if anything else populates here. All right, friends, let's get some levels in place. Then we'll look at what our team is watching this morning. So our moderators, if you haven't submitted your list, throw that on there so we can go through that in just a second here. Tesla this morning, great volume, 3.7. Again, very, very active. Just you got to be careful with this one. It moves quite a bit. Take a lesser number of shares than you used to when it was trading at $200. High of the pre-market 436.50. The low of the pre-market is hanging out at 428.04. So we'll slam one there. Once you do that, you don't have to do a lot more. I mean, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days are doing an amazing job. You can see here they got you covered. So we'll leave that alone. All-time highs sitting at 480. We got to 488, looks like. So, again, pretty active this morning. You don't have to do anything else. POTR, big day on Friday, right back to the all-time highs. This morning, we're breaking out through the prior resistance, which was hanging out around 80. We'll call it 80, 70, 69. High of the pre-market this morning is going to be 82.92, and the low of the pre-market right below the previous day closed down at 80.26. So we'll mark those two. Once you do that, another one that's looking pretty good. Highs and lows towards the bottom, previous day close got you set. You don't need to add anything else on PRTR. Let's look at NVO. So NVO, big gap down last week. And again, maybe an overreaction. We're gapping up this morning, 5.1. This is not a great trading ticker. We'll need to see good volume continue to come in through the market open for this one to be a nice one. High of the pre-market, 90.49. And the low is 87.56. We'll mark those two. We're going to go to the left here on the daily. We haven't been down here in quite some time. So they've been doing well. But just before this last report here, let's take a look. We're going probably September 2023. We got some dailies support systems around here. 92.12 is a nice one, and then we're going to mark down just in case. 93.58 looks very good on the daily going back there. So we got some levels towards the top in case this thing is going to show any more strength and continue climbing higher. Again, seems like an overreaction. The news was not that bad after digging through the details. Again, yes, they're not as high as their competitors, right? The drug didn't do as well compared to other weight loss, but it, was still a good number. NVIDIA, 137.71 is the high of the pre-market. The low is slamming into the previous day close, so you're covered there. And towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, doing an amazing job. Let's take a look at the daily above the pre-market high this morning, heading to the left a little bit. Got some really good daily levels. 140.03 is a nice one there, and we also have 142.17, and way up here 144.44 is a nice one as well. So again, pretty set as far as levels on NVIDIA. MSTR, very active, big day on Friday, coming back after, again, 4 days back to back in the red. Slamming down here, found his way to get to this. Again, look at this major level of support that MSTR has here. This is we'll call it 365.69. Right on there, major support. Every time it has hit this level, it has found a way to either bounce higher or quickly get above that level. So could be interesting here as we're struggling this morning. Low of the pre-market for MSTR is going to be 354.01. Guys, this is another one that can move so fast. I mean, look at the low of the pre-market. We're $6 above that already, right? Previous day close is $4 ahead of that as well. So again, don't got to take a boatload of shares. Be very mindful of your share sizing when it comes to MSTR. Towards the bottom, we are going to slam a level at 340.87. That's a good one there. And then over to the top, we're going to slam one at 383.56. Once you do that, you're pretty much set on MSTR. So that's my list right here. Again, not a crazy list. But I expect that. Peter, you kind of spoke about this a little bit. I expect that going into this Christmas week, holiday week, volume tend to be a little bit less. We'll find stuff to trade, but it just requires us to be a little bit more patient as we wait for those setups. All right, Peter, what is our team watching this morning?
Well, we've got a number of things. I just noticed on this list that Apple is approaching the 4 trillion mark. If Apple does get there, they'll be once again setting new records as the first company to make it to $4 trillion in valuation. Although it's got a little bit of room, it has to move up another $10 for that to happen. I calculate here that 264.90 is roughly the price it would have to hit to get to 4 trillion. So we got a little ways to go, but let's see. We'll see what happens here. In terms of our moderators, well, let's go back through the list here, and we only have a few moderators on, as you can imagine. It's a slow morning here like it is for others. Although Thor is out there, looks like he's looking at the IWM, which is the small cap index. He's looking at Mara, Meta, and Tesla. Jared's going to be watching AMD, NVIDIA, and Rigetti Spaghetti, RGTI. In fact, I think he was shorting it a little bit earlier, so he's already on that train. He's also, his secondary is egg and nog. Still don't know what a nog is, but I love to drink it when it's combined with egg. So good little eggnog going on for Jared. Mike's keeping his list tight, watching just Meta and NVIDIA. Phil is going to be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, AMD, and PLTR. I'm going to be watching, well, AMD, Tesla, and NVIDIA. And then, like I mentioned, Apple is on my secondary list. I'm also going to keep an eye on RGTI. Why? Because Jared said so. And then I'll also watch QBTS. Carlos, is right. It looks not bad, anyways, for this morning. And being that it's a day when there's not a lot moving, we'll see what happens with it. I've got one potential IPO. This was on my list on Friday, and it did not open. We'll see if it opens today. And one potential SPAC. Again, I'll let you know if and when those things open. Eamon is going to be watching AFRM and Verizon VZ for potential longs. And last but not least, Lenny's in with his list watching NVIDIA, Tesla, RGTI, and QUBT. Now, that being said, you notice that I don't have lists from Brian yet, although I know he's logging in and he's getting ready here, and I haven't seen Andrew. So I'm hoping that our live traders are waking up on this Christmas week and getting themselves ready, because the trading is about to begin. We're about 10 minutes away from the market open. We'll get you there one way or the other. We'll have some live traders to take you through this open. We'll see what happens today, but hopefully it's going to be a good day. Carlos, are you, I imagine you've got kids at home. It's going to be pretty crazy around there, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't expect to get too much trading done this week. My kids are home. And after this, I'm just going to go hang with them and do all kinds of stuff. So fun starts now all the way into January. So again, these last 2 weeks, we'll do what we can as far as trading, but the priority is hanging out with the kids, man, making it really special for them. And I love this time of the year. I really, really do. So I'm excited, man.
All right, good. Well, then, you should. That's where the focus needs to be. The markets will always be here, right? So they'll be here when you come back. The kids, they grow up all too fast. Trust me.
Oh, man. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's crazy. My daughter's going on 12, man. My oldest, I'm just like, wow. It's fast, man. All right, friends, we are all set. I'm going to start transitioning. Again, it's the first time I've done running the actual show in the back in a long, long time. So I'm going to start transitioning to making sure everything works, that I can get Andrew and Brian with their sound and all that good stuff, so we don't dive into the too much time of the close to the market open. So I'm going to start doing that now. Guys, over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Stick around, live trading with Brian and Andrew. So as soon as these guys hop in, we'll switch over to them. But hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. We're sitting at 188 with 689 people watching. And I know if we, again, I must say it again, if we hit some record numbers and Andrew shows up, maybe we could get a laptop away every day this week. But it's got to be record numbers. We got to make them warm and fuzzy, feel warm and fuzzy inside. So, all right, friends, let's do that. Let me start transitioning over, Peter, and let's see if this works properly. So thank you, guys.
All right. Well, I'll keep you guys company while Carlos is working on the back end stuff. And I'm just looking up now. What is a nog in eggnog? I do love eggnog, but it is a ridiculous drink, quite frankly. I feel like it should disgust me, and yet I still love it. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about eggnog? Anyways, it's just one of those strange holiday things. By eggnog, I mean rum. Actually, you know what? I don't like my eggnog mixed with rum. I find that it's I don't know. It doesn't work for me. I know that's traditional, right? You put a bunch of rum in it, but maybe that's it. Maybe my problem is I like my whiskey too much, and I like it to be sort of, on its own, a little pure. So, but I do I do love eggnog. I know it's like probably the worst thing you can drink. It's like liquid. You're just pouring liquid fat into your body. You're just literally just putting on pounds. Anyways, all right. I'm looking at the markets here. I do like RGTI better than I thought I would. It's up to almost 36 million. Well, there you go. It just crossed 36 million shares. And the price action actually looks pretty decent here this morning. So I'm going to keep an eye on this RGTI, maybe a little closer than I anticipated. I was debating between the QUBT and QBTS, but I like the fact that QUBT is hard to borrow, but QBTS, it wasn't hard to borrow a minute ago. It was only on short sale restriction. Now it's hard to borrow. Darn it. But anyways, it's got slightly better volume. It's up 23%. I don't know if QBTS is going to do much today, but I'm hopeful that it's going to work. That sounds like Brian. I'm
It
hearing
sure
Brian.
does. Good morning, Brian. How you doing?
There he is.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Welcome.
Morning, Carlos. Good morning, Peter. Yeah.
Good morning.
So,
Awesome.
how was everyone's weekend?
Excellent. Family has arrived. At least my girls have arrived. So, the house is getting full again. I always, that's always fun. When my wife and I are normally here alone, it's great to have, the house loud and full of people and pets and all sorts of stuff. So
that's awesome,
sure.
man. Enjoy it. Yep. That's awesome.
Indeed. I'm also watching Tesla here this morning, guys, and Tesla, it looks normal, which is good, which is saying a lot actually on a day like today when we get sort of lower volumes on the market. Things are looking a little sluggish overall, but I like the fact that Tesla looks almost normal, so I'm going to keep a close eye on that. And I said I really do like the fact that all the semiconductors seem to be on the green side of the ledger today. So I don't know if they're actually going to move. I mean, there's no particular reason to expect NVIDIA or AMD or any of the others to move, but they certainly had their share of the limelight, haven't they, with Broadcom, AVGO, right? It was a big mover last week. We had Micron with its late earnings. It was also on the move at one point last week. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic we might get some decent trading here this morning, but we'll see.
Yeah.
There's my 5-minute
I'm thinking
alarm.
that too.
Brian, if you don't mind, can you throw on your screen on the chat so I can stream that over to our YouTube buddies? Yeah, thanks, man. Cool.
Perfecto. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, this is going to be obviously a lower volume week. We got a lot of people taking the week off, especially with the holiday right in the middle. So, guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens here. Might be a little bit of a slow open. Meta could be interesting. IO and Q, kind of watching that one. That was a big mover on Friday. A couple other ones that might be interesting. For swing trades, could be Shop, Adobe. Adobe is really sold off here after their earnings. And it bounced Friday right at a very long-term support level. So I'm looking at that one too for maybe a swing trade. So a couple of opportunities here maybe to get into a longer term position on some stocks. And NVIDIA is really doing nothing right now. Yeah, it's kind of quiet. This might be a good morning to watch scanners too. See what pops up on the screen.
Oh,
ARM.
Pop.
ARM.
QBTS just popped up here with some volume.
Okay.
Somebody's pushing it. And I think maybe I need to keep an eye on rum just because it's Christmas. So we were talking about eggnog. It was moving this morning. It was on our gappers list. The stock ticker rum. It is trading with some volume. It's up 40%. I mean, shouldn't be surprised that rum is up 40% today.
ARM's another one that's down at some longer term support level here. I love how they walked Tesla down and then took it back up again. Nvidia's popping a bit here. Nvidia might be strong at the open. We'll definitely keep an eye on that one. ARM's moving back up. Rigetti.
Rigetti. It is fun to say. I don't know if they actually say it that way, but
Rigetti Computing. There you go. Just rolled off the tongue. And Meta's kind of interesting here. Could be bouncing off sort of a support level after this this sell-off that we had last week. Meta might throw up on the screen. Affirm just went red for Eamon, who's watching Affirm.
There you go. Paris, Thor, if either of you want to join in here, it'd be great to have nice active open traders. I don't know, Andrew. I'm sure he's got some, some oversleeping
meetings.
Bed excuse. He doesn't show up.
PLTR.
1 minute. Yeah, we got less than a minute now to the open.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm just I'm going to focus on Tesla and Nvidia. I don't know that. Like I said, I'm not really sure what to expect here at the open. Again, we're probably going to have some lower volume today. As we go into this shortened holiday trading week. I'm sure there'll be some stuff that'll move. Just have to wait and see what market gives us.
There we go. There's the opening bell. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Let's see here. Tesla looking weak at the initial, but that could change.
Hey, what's up, Peter?
Hey, Thor, welcome.
Hey, buddy. Sorry, it took me a sec. I didn't realize, because I was working on a couple of things, I didn't realize that you needed me this morning. And I was like, oh, yes. No. I'm like, I didn't. So it's as fast as I could get into the link and get in here. So.
Need you.
Tesla, there you go. Tesla's dropping now.
I joined too, so I'll drop off.
Oh, hey, Paris.
Everybody.
Well, now we got a Christmas party going on now.
Well, with a hat like Peter's, how could we not?
Yeah.
So I'm actually I got long ES MES in the pre around 9.
Yeah, I'm long Nvidia.
Like bottoming, so I'm holding right now.
I'm long Nvidia. Nvidia's looking pretty nice. Just sold some at 137.20.
Very nice, Brian.
Yeah, I got a nice little pop there. Now it's back pretty close to my break even now. Q popped up there.
Yeah, I got long on ES SPY futures basically in the pre-market around like 8:45. So I'm still holding those right now. I'm up on them really nice. So if they start to come back down, I'll get out of them and net some money on them. But so far, so good. We'll see if maybe today's the day we get a little bit of a bounce.
I'm out of Nvidia, but lost the View app there. Let's come back to ooh. Now it's dropping.
Tesla. Oh, I was feeling the Tesla
Yeah.
short. I didn't take it. Didn't quite meet my criteria, but that's too bad because good $4
Yeah,
move.
that looked fun.
Meta popped and dropped. Everything kind of
AMD
Tesla's
popped
still
and
is
good.
dropped here.
Squeezes back up a little bit.
gunning a
And
little bit.
AMD's kind of moving here. It's to R3. Kind of.
You guys can't
Get
see.
some. Oh, CHR.
I've got some internal cameras
Oh.
here, and
Let me
Paris.
get a screen
I think
up.
his camera's frozen because he is looking intense. I've never seen Paris look that intense. Look at this. So I gotta put this on the screen here for you guys. Hold on. Where'd it go here?
He always looks that way.
Does
That's
he?
his
No,
blue
man.
steel.
He's normally.
That's Paris's
smiling,
blue
but-
steel right there.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, there he is. He's intense, man. Look at that.
I like it.
You will not like me when I'm angry.
You hate me. Do not like me when I'm angry. He's waiting for someone to grab him, something to grab him by the
Right.
face, and that's
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Nvidia's really been wow. Nvidia went for a run, dropped and popped and popped and dropped and popped. Yeah.
QUBT and QBTS dropped off the open, so both of those are down. AMD is still pushing a little higher here. See if we can get to 123.
I'm still just hanging on to these futures. I've got them up a few hundred on them already, so I'm just kind of hanging to see what they
Nice.
do. If they keep on going. It looks like we're having a little bit of we had a really nice opening candle or so, and then basically since then it just seems like the volume has just died. So Tesla just popped a little
Yeah,
bit.
not surprising. Not surprising.
Tesla might be popping back into a spot for another shot at the short idea Peter had earlier.
Hmm.
See what the book looks like on it.
Yeah, Nvidia's really having some trouble here getting through.
Its order book actually does look like it can sell. I went ahead and hit Tesla
Yeah.
short off of 431. We'll see if it drops. If it squeezes back up, I'll get out of it.
All right.
I hate being long in one position and short the other one. It's just so annoying.
Yeah. Tesla back
If
to the
Tesla makes a
VWAP.
new high here, I'm gonna cut Tesla and just hang on to the ES one.
Yeah, Tesla's been quite. I'm going to join you on that Tesla trade. Just see if just a small size here. Just see if we get some selling.
It's back testing the open right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you guys my ES one I'm in right now. I've been holding this one for a while. I'm still hanging on to it. I'm actually trailing the 50 on it now, so either way I'll make some money on it if it starts to sell. There goes Tesla.
Here we go. There goes Tesla. Yeah, baby.
There we go.
Ooh,
I told you it
yes,
looked like it was the book looked like
yes.
it was about to sell.
Yeah, that's what I
All
thought
right, come
too.
on.
There, good one.
See if it bounces off a pre-market low or if it sells through it. If it sells through pre-market low here, it should be pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
See, we're in a
I'm
lower
just gonna.
range here, right off of R3. This is our ideal selling area right here to get short.
There we go. Yeah,
We got December monthly R4 at 412. So
whoa.
my downside target's probably like 414, let's say, on this thing.
Oh yeah,
There you go,
nice.
Brian.
Look at
There
this.
you go, Brian.
Yeah, I'm
There you go,
using
buddy.
options, by the way. I'm
Oh,
I'm using
nice.
430, the 430 puts,
Good
and
for you,
right
buddy.
now they're at 15. Yeah, $15. Got into them at 12. Whoa, wee! Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
haven't
getting
even said
out of
hi to
some
you
right here.
people. Hey,
15.
YouTube people. I'm not logged in there yet, but I'll say hi to y'all in a second. I kind of popped in real quick. Hopefully
Yeah.
y'all got a piece of this Tesla
Good
shit.
morning. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
All right, we got let's see what they do now. The order book's looking fairly lean to the top side. It doesn't look like they're ready to rally it at all yet, so I'm still feeling okay. But oh, there's some more orders.
Showing up there at 430, 431. Yeah, the Qs are breaking out here.
Yeah, I'm still holding ES long. I got pretty close because I'm trailing the 50 SMA. So if it comes back down through the 50, I'm going to get out of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice short, buddy, on Tesla.
Yeah, that worked out real well.
You still got some of that left? You still got some contract?
I've still got two options left here. Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of kept it relatively small.
Come on. My target on this is 422, 45. So I need one more good leg, and I'll get filled.
Yeah, there are some orders here. 423, 422, 421, probably heavier to the downside.
Hannah, on IWM, I like it. It just needs to be a little lower. I want to see it get down around 220. If IWM can get down around 220, I think it could be viable. Notice here also, like right at 220, it's a little hard to see, but there's a bunch of orders right there too. So come on, baby. Come on, Tesla. Get over into YouTube and say hi to everyone in YouTube. Here it goes.
Oh, here we go. This
order book on Tesla just brought in more orders to the bid, so we're going to drop. There it goes.
Nice. I'm looking for. There we go. Here's 16 on my puts. I'm gonna sell some more right there. Beautiful.
Come on, see if this thing can get to PDC.
Yeah, it would be nice. Watch for a bounce right at PDC, guys. This will almost for sure bounce. Tesla loves its PDC. It's still up $2.50 roughly, $2 right now. So 421-ish is going to be probably where we're going to see a bounce. There is some big orders there. See if while I'm waiting here, let's go over to YouTube.
There's a buyer coming in on it now.
Yeah, well, there you go. Tesla coming through again.
It still didn't get down to PDC, and that buy volume was pretty weak for me. I got once again, Tesla's being rude. It got within like a couple cents of my target on that one.
Yeah. NVIDIA is still struggling here to get above 138. Wow, AMD has been a nice mover today. AMD putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz. Hey, Dalton and YouTube. You had asked what was my reason for long on the ES. So my main thought on the ES was actually just how far we had already sold off the high of pre-market. ATR being considered, we couldn't move much lower, or ES was going to have to basically commit to a really nasty day. So I figured if we were going to bounce, that had to, probability-wise, that was probably the spot. And there was a big volume hit. So right before I went long. So hasn't really performed very well since, though, just kind of into the bottom of the range. But either way, I'm going to make $100 or so on ES, and then I'm just sitting here in Tesla, just waiting to hit this old target here.
Yeah, there's still a lot of orders there. Excuse me, a lot of orders.
I'm feeling good. We're not feeling good, but I'm not. It is what it is. I'm hanging out. It squeezes here. It's no big.
Come on, admit it. You're feeling good.
Either way, I'm making money. It's funny. I think 2 weeks ago, I had 3 different days where I had trades get within like 5 cents to 10 cents of the target and then come off of it and then hit. So it's not my favorite part of this style of trading, let's say, but it's a necessary part, unfortunately.
Let's see where we're going. Some big orders still there. Come on, Tesla.
ES is coming back to the
show us the money. Oh, look at that! Wow, NVIDIA really rolled over there. Holy crap!
All right. So I pulled the stop on the ES there, and now Tesla's squeezing on me a little bit.
Yeah, Tesla's squeezing back up. It's not what we want. Yeah, come on.
The volume was pretty weak on the squeeze, but I don't like how empty the book is underneath it. But the better institutional orders are still to the downside. I still think they want to sell.
Definitely.
I think the market I don't know. They just didn't commit to it. So we'll see what happens. I think one of the issues is the ATR is already getting pretty close to the downside. So that we're running into short covering probably. Where's IWM at? Oh, it's down here.
Yeah, I think it's looking like this is a higher low. We need to break this pullback here. See if we can lose some support again here. There you go. Here we go. Lost that higher low. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm still liking the book in my direction.
Yeah, we're still liking it. There we go. So, come on down. Now this is a low it tested right here. It's 424.40.
Oh, that was a pretty good amount of selling there. And the volume was actually a little lower than I would have liked on that drop, but let's see if we get more. We seem like we got something going on in the market right now. We're getting a lot of volume is coming into the futures in general. So something's going on. Where are we at, Jared? Are we at a key price here, buddy? This feels important in the volume.
Okay, now I'm looking for a flush here on Tesla. This is that was a lower high. We seem to be sort of congested here, about 424. There seems to be a buyer.
Oh, we just lost this.
Buyers and sellers fighting it out here with Tesla. Come on. Give us a drop. Give us a nice juicy drop.
It's like, I don't need a lot, man. I only needed like another $1. Not even.
Yeah. Come on. One nice flush. One nice flush. That's all we need. Come on. Do it.
I just
Do
like
it.
making everybody else uncomfortable while I hold. Looks like we're about to start selling here a little bit more on the market too. They're bringing in bids on the NQ.
Here we're back down to that 424 buyer.
So the thing that my issue with the market is like the signal that I saw in the market a couple of last week, I should say, after we had the 2 o'clock news and then we sold off the biggest sell-off I've seen in the market in a long time. That was a pretty big signal. So I you know, not that the stonks don't always still go up and such, but I think we might be rolling into a slightly different market cycle after seeing that kind of VPA signal. But, you know, it's not confirmed yet. But, I mean, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on the market. So it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens.
Well, here we sit. We're just waiting. Patience, patience. We're right at low of day on Tesla. Yeah, we're just waiting.
One good flush to the downside.
Oh yeah, one good one.
And my dreams will come true.
Yeah, that 421, 420. Those 420 orders are looking real juicy.
Yeah, I mean, we still got really nice tiering to the downside. I mean, I think it looks good. We just, again, I think my issue is we've already moved so far. I just think we're getting into like some covering or something that keeps pulling it up. Like there's a buyer here that we're trying to distribute through that keeps holding the price. I still think we're going down. I just think that's why we keep bouncing a little bit, because we're trying to distribute through a buyer. Yeah. There we go. NQ just started selling.
Yeah, we're going. Come on, babe. Come on, baby.
Go. Get down there. Oh, that was close. Boom, there it is.
There we go.
Yes.
Here we go.
There we go. We's a filled. It's a party.
All right. Okay.
Cool.
How's how are
money?
How are our members doing? Yep. How are our members doing in the room here?
My entry was at 431 at the open price. My stop was above high of day on Tesla.
All right, here we go. I'm wanting to get to at least 17 here. On this last put here.
Yay. Cool. Well, that's it for me.
Nice trading.
We did it, man. Tesla. We make some money together, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we do. You got your
money.
option on.
Yeah.
I got my equity on.
Life is good. Had a few options. We're all good. Life is good.
Now it can bounce if it wants to.
Just taking a look at what people are trading in the room here. Some people are with us or in Tesla.
I think the NQ is looking pretty sketchy right now. Like if the NQ doesn't, it's selling much easier than it's buying right now.
few
We're
people
under
caught that
S4 too.
AMD move. That was nice.
Oh yeah, how did the AMD one go?
Let's take a look at what AMD looks like
Oh,
on the
look
book
at
map.
that.
Yeah.
So check.
Wow. Look at that.
Come back.
Yeah. Look at
So
look at this book map on AMD.
One of the indicators I got here, Brian, is the I use these ATR guides, which basically
Mhm.
projects the ATR onto the screen here. And notice, look where AMD found its seller at.
Oh, right there. Eh?
This
Yeah.
is this. That's the high of where we would have expected the price to go just based on ATR.
Okay.
On where it should have went
Wow.
off of pre-market low. And look, that's right where we found our sellers at. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Watch for a bounce on AMD, possibly right here. This is VWAP.
So like if it goes short here, our downside projection at most would be like somewhere around like 120. Back to low a day, basically.
AMD. Look at this book map on AMD. Man, look at it. Look at how we started at the open right here. Look at all these.
Yeah.
Look at all these orders. Look at them. And
So
look
Brian, out of
how
practice,
the
what I'll
market
do
went
is
and filled
I
them.
do what I call like a
Yeah.
snapshot. So I'll just put a little box right around what it looked like at the open. Look
Yeah.
at that. So bullish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh, we just bounced
See,
right
here's
off
your
of
bounce
S6 on NQ.
Here's your bounce on AMD. What did I tell you?
Here we go.
Here we go. Here's your bounce on AMD. Anybody get long with me on that one? Nice, Tony. We've got a few people long. All right. I don't know that we're going to be in this for a long time. A little bit concerned we may stall out here. So I'm going to take some profits. And we'll see. Let's try to get to 124 next. Make this move. I think she's going there. Come on. There's an order right there, 124. You know you want it.
You know you want it.
You know
Speaking
you
of,
want it, baby. Come
I'm
on.
actually I have a 10 o'clock appointment that I have to run to, so I'm going
Okay.
to go ahead and
There we go.
cut out of here. So maybe our man Pyrus is ready.
All right.
He can come in here and hang for a little bit. But great trades with you this
Bingo.
morning, brother. Always.
Yeah.
Oh, he's making more people.
Yeah, 124. Look at that. Ringing the bell, baby. Come on.
Get some.
What do you think?
So,
come on.
Right
come on. All right. Thanks, Laura. Really appreciate you jumping on this morning. As always, love to trade with you.
Always, brother. Likes for Brian,
and you
people.
can catch
Let's
Thor
go.
a little later. All right. Guys, AMD, man, oh man, what a move here. Glad to see a lot of people in our trading room took that trade. I'm selling some more here at 120, 124, 60.
Okay, Brian. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Paris.
Okay, so I'm long Nvidia right now, 136.50. I'm looking for the high of the day, and I'm also short
Thanks,
PLTR
Evangelos.
from 81.
Well, you're back at PLTR again, eh?
Yeah, PLTR is weak today, so we'll see how it goes. And Nvidia is gonna break the high of the day, guys. I think it's gonna break the high of the day.
I think AMD looks like it's going to break high of day here.
So
Just holding.
PLTR dropping too. Let me
Next,
share my screen,
next
guys.
stop. Next stop is going to be 125 here on AMD. Next partial. We are going to struggle here because this is high of day, but I think we're gonna break out through it here. Pretty confident of that. Big
Okay, so
order
you
at
guys should be able to see my
125.
screen. Nvidia is popping. Beautiful. Let's see if it pops up higher. I'm heavy on that on Nvidia. So that 137.30 got rejected. Holy crap! What was that? What is that
Wow.
happening with Nvidia? There's so many bad prints on Nvidia right now.
Hmm.
What is that happening?
Didn't quite get our 125 on AMD. Got to
So
95.
PLTR is dropping. Beautiful. I'm taking some off on PLTR.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, nice move on PLTR.
PLTR dropped. Very nice. I love you, PLTR. So Nvidia, if this works for me, I think Nvidia has a chance of breaking the high of the day. But these bad prints I'm not happy with those bad prints. I don't know what is this doing. Yeah, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Right now, you got this. Squeeze. Very good. Very good. Pop, 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 pop. What is that?
Oh, there goes.
That is such a bad print on PLTR. I don't know if I should get
Hmm.
out. I just I don't know what should I do here. There is such an idiotic print on PLTR.
There we go. You're a bit of a drop there.
Yeah, I don't like PLTR. Okay, I'm getting out, guys. Oh man, shit. I mistakenly shorted PLTR. What the fuck?
You short? I
So
thought
I
you were short it.
means I added more on PLTR. That wasn't a good
Oh,
ad.
okay.
So I added uh,
Okay. Well, that worked out then, didn't it?
not really, and I doubled my
Okay.
size on that.
Okay.
So I have and now
All right.
I messed up my average uh, on PLTR.
Okay, here comes 125 on AMD. We're gonna
Yeah,
go. Come on,
PLTR
baby.
also doing the exact same thing. Yeah, I think I'll have to get out.
Ah,
I
there we
don't like.
go. There we go. There we go.
Which one are you in, Brian?
AMD. AMD.
Okay, you're in AMD. I think this is gonna
Yeah.
drop, but it's I don't like the prints that are happening. The same with Nvidia too. Nvidia it's gonna pop, but the prints is everybody facing the same thing too, or is just me? This was such a bad entry.
Um, I don't think PLTR a little bit jerky when it does trade. It does kind of jumps a bit. Prices jump around.
Yeah, I am not liking
It's because
PLTR.
it's such a meme stock. It's a big one of these ones that everybody likes to trade.
Yeah, see
That
that bad print on
looks like
PLTR? That Nvidia pop too. That idiot. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't like it, guys. I just do not like this print. I'm still on PLTR though. I just do not like the way these prints are bad.
and this has been a a pretty decent day for me, given that it didn't, it didn't look super interesting at the open, but man, we had some great trading opportunities. Tesla short with Thor, and then AMD off the VWAP was two really nice, almost perfect trades there. Let's see, what do we got?
Yeah,
Nvidia is quite jerky.
yeah. And that doubling of my size on PLTR, it worked out pretty good, but I'm getting out.
Yeah, it
It's
did.
just
It's
I hate this print. I'm all out. I don't like this. This can just quickly, in a bad state, it can just pop up $1. So I don't like this. You see this prints, guys? This like this VIX. Same with Nvidia. I don't know if it's just me. See this Nvidia VIX? I don't like
hmm.
participating in that. Like, what the hell? What is it doing? Yeah, I just don't know if it's a DAS issue. If it's a thing issue. I don't know. But yeah,
There's a lot of orders to the upside on Nvidia, but I don't look, the market looks pretty weak. Pretty choppy right now. Um, all right.
yeah, Nvidia is gonna pop too, and PLTR is gonna drop too. But I'm all out of it. I don't. But it was a decent day. Not. I wouldn't complain.
No.
20, yeah. PLTR was the ticker that I actually traded heavy. As Nvidia was kind of a break even on this.
There goes Tesla's. Tesla's finally dropping.
Yeah, Tesla I did not trade at all for some reason.
Here we go.
But Tesla is
I
gonna go to
still,
420. It's gonna go to PDC for sure.
yeah, I've still got this. I've still got this one call I'm sitting on, or one put, I should say. Makes me short stock. I still feel like we're going to go down and fill these orders here. It's at low of day right now. This PDC is right at around 420.
Yeah, PLTR is dropping too now again. I wish this weeks were not there, man. This is I Yeah, I'll call it for the day. I'm up 2.5 grand. Not that bad. Yeah, PLTR
Hmm.
dropped. But see this guys, it feels like that what do you call piano? Like those music chords or
Yeah.
something? I don't know. It's it's so funny. 7950 is like they keep ticking at 7950.
And there's buyers there. All right, here goes Tesla. This is what I'm looking for here. Come
Yeah,
on,
Tesla
give me
dropping. It went to
17.
PDC.
Yeah, there
Very
we go.
nice. Yeah,
Yep,
Tesla was
there we
that.
go. I got my last put at
So now it's below
1720.
420, and a very good chance it
Yeah.
goes to 410 and 400. I think it's going to 400. And I was talking about that in the yesterday's session too. That pulls back to 430, breaks the 420, and then sells off to 410. Sorry, 400 and 380s. So I think very good. It's gonna see again. Tesla also is doing the same thing. I think it's with DAS or something, or maybe it's the exchange. Uh, it's just these, imagine 420.50 and this 424.50. It's like a $4 pop, in like I sometimes you don't know if it's the real price or it's just the, you know, but the most see PLTR guys, like this is the most clear. Like every minute it's like ticking at 79.50 with that wick. Yeah. See again, 79.50, like from 79.50 now it dropped. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't ideally like it was all in my favor to participate in that, but when you see something like that, I don't mind getting out completely. Even though it drops another thing, it's just that you just don't know. It could just, really screw you up. Yeah, I think a lot of tickers today are doing the same thing. Maybe
Yeah, they're
the
kind of throwing some fun. They're throwing funny wicks,
yeah.
you know. All right, guys. Well, I'm flat everything right now. I don't have any positions on. It had some really pretty decent opportunities today. Look at Nvidia's rolling over.
Yeah.
Almost felt like Tesla Tesla did bounce a little bit there off that PDC level. This area that it's in right now is very close to yesterday or Friday's low. I always Monday, I always say yesterday. You know what I mean? Very close to Friday's low here right now on Tesla.
RGTI, QUBT, everything is selling off. Nvidia, I took three
Yeah,
trades on Nvidia. One was this one. It was a very long, added more, scaled out the profits. Did not take a lot of partials because I was thinking it's gonna go to 138 and stopped out, break even. Then the second trade, then I got stopped out. Third trade is when I went heavy but scaled out, but did not like the price action, or actually the wicks that were coming in, so come out as well. So three trades on Nvidia, and what else did I trade? PLTR. I think I made a mistake here. So I wanted to be very aggressive. So this is an engulfing pattern. I wanted to be very aggressive at 81, around that 81 area, but I got very aggressive at 80, 60, 80, 70 area. And I had to cut my size when it started popping up, then added back in, but then I stopped out at break even. But then the second trade was I started when it sold off again, rejected the 81. I went in tier one size, then added very heavy around the 80, 60 area where I saw a seller, and then scaled out to the downside. That ad was my mistake, but now it's selling off. And I was thinking that it's gonna go down to at least 76, and I would have scaled out to 76 on this, but just that this wick is not this wicks just made me just get out of that position. But now it's selling off pretty nicely, and it goes to 76 maybe, but not in it. Oh, in TOS as well. Okay.
Wow. Qs and SPY are at low of day. They're really starting to sell off here.
Yeah, Tesla. Oh, Tesla goes to 4. Wow. But see this again. These again, same thing with Tesla too. I think I think it's
Yeah.
the exchange that it's doing it. So
There's some weird wiki things going on there for sure. So Tesla's right at Friday's low right now.
yeah. I'm not gonna trade anything. I'm up good. I'm okay. So I'll just call it. And tomorrow I'm not gonna be trading either. So I wanna have a clean, profitable day.
What do you got? What do you got planned
I'm actually
tomorrow?
going to Pennsylvania and New Jersey,
Oh,
to
okay.
just
Family.
yeah, yeah, family stuff. So
Cool.
I'm driving there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, this is again sort of a reason why there's less people going to be trading this week. You get you get people that are traveling to see family, friends.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And tomorrow is half day too, so I'll just skip it.
yes, yeah, it's usually one of the lowest volume,
Yeah.
one of the lower volume days of the year. So it's not to say that there isn't some trading opportunities at the open, but usually it gets quiet really fast.
So where are you, Vic, in New Jersey? Freehold, Flemington. Yeah, I'm coming around the Monroe township and Manapulin township.
A lot of red on the screen here today, people. We've got pretty much every index is in the red. The Qs are holding up the best. They're only down just slightly. But IWM, what's TLT doing? TLT is the long-term bond price, and it's down, so that means yields are up a little bit again today. So your president's talking about invading Panama now. Sounds like you're going to go to war. You might get. Are you going to get drafted, Paris?
Where? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I was just saying. It sounds like you might be your country. U.S. might be invading Panama. Take the
Oh,
canal back.
really?
I don't know.
No, no, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. No, I didn't see that. Oh, really?
Yeah. So what do we got here? Let's get back to trading.
I think
Rigatoni's bouncing here. Everything's
see
bouncing a bit
Nvidia,
after
guys.
this sell-off.
Nvidia is like trading like an algorithm. Like by
Yeah,
136.40, when it drops, now the seller, uh, the support becomes a resistance, and that's how algorithms are trading on the back end. Maybe the market makers are just trying to showcase how algorithms trade. The It is so funny. Even Tesla is doing the same thing. What the hell?
yeah,
424.65. And the funny thing is, I don't see anything on the tape. Like the tape is clear. It's just the chart that is
yeah,
uh, doing crazy stuff.
yeah. There is some really weird wiki stuff going on for sure here. Looks
I
like
see all those.
AMD's.
I see all those orange prints there, but are the
I don't know. Yeah. I'm looking at the price action on everything right now. I'm not really liking it. Like I'm not seeing any setups right now that I really want to take. I mean, I'm tempted maybe to take AMD long. It might be making a move back up here, but it would be that would be a sort of a B minus trade as far as I can see. People were asking, do I, make decisions on size based on the setup? And this would be an example of a setup that I would use a smaller size because I just not feeling like this is.
Oh, Andrew is back in
This
the
is.
room.
Hmm.
Yeah, be careful, Andrew. There are some lot of different wicks around Tesla, PLTR, Nvidia. Be careful. I think there's some issue with the DAS or the exchange.
or the exchange. Yeah, the data from the exchange.
Yeah, I think it's not DAS because Thinkorswim is also facing the same issue.
So it's
So
we've got some reindeer in there chewing some of the wires at the exchange.
yeah, PLTR, I think it goes to 77.
Hmm.
76, 77, 76. That was a daily level that I wanna. Oh, 77. 77 is the good area where it should go. I got stopped out on my options trade on my short-term thesis on PLTR on Friday.
Hmm.
Tesla is 420 is going to be a very important level for Tesla. So it's going to be a uh, tough level to
It's an
break.
important.
Yeah, it's very important level. So we'll see how it trades around 420. Maybe if it closes below 420 today, then uh, and it tries to come back above 420 on tomorrow or Thursday, uh, we'll see on how it does that area. If it doesn't come up, then if it holds below 420, then of course 400 and 380 is possible on Tesla. And I would love to scale into my position on a long-term level around 400 and 380. That is a very good area to uh, get back in. Because if you look at it, it popped up from 360 to 480, 490, which is a 360 to 490, $130 move, and then 490 back to 4. This is 20, which is 70. This is almost done a 50% pullback on a bigger picture time frame, and a 50% pullback is a good pullback. So 420, a lot of buyers would step in once a stock is strong, that strong like Tesla. Usually 50% pullback is a good pullback, uh, and 400 and 380 might not even come. A lot of people would step in earlier when a stock is that strong and might hold that 420. But if that drops, big institutions who missed that move, it's a very high risk reward for them to get in. And you will see a very, very strong bounce from 400 or 380. And then it would just very quickly squeeze to the upside. So that's what I am thinking on Tesla on a longer picture or a bigger picture time frame. But on a shorter picture time frame,
Hmm.
currently 420 is the area that it's holding, uh, and we'll see on how well. I think it's the chances that it fails again. It is not showcasing strength yet, so it fails again and goes to 410, 400 on a shorter time frame. So I'm not gonna be buying at 420 right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, see where it goes.
Sean, he said he applied for Haylock to buy Tesla.
Wow, some really strange wicks on Meta.
What is Meta doing?
Just looking at, it's not really doing that much. It is selling off a bit. Still above the, still green, but like I said, it's really throwing some weird wicks. Tesla doing the same thing.
Yeah, weird wicks everywhere today. I
Hmm.
think Nvidia still has that chance to pop up today, but I'm not gonna trade it. It's now it's coming back up above 146.41. Uh, and it actually is not a. It might fail again around 140.36.80. But this was a strong bounce. 136 held. And
Yeah, AMD is back at high of day here. It's kind of interesting. It's going to have there's some orders above there. There's some orders up to 126.
man, PLTR is, what do you call? I have seen this pattern. Is that something like a piano pattern? I have seen this pattern. This is
Looks like a bed of nails.
that's a negative way of thinking at it, Brian.
Well, all the wicks are pointing up. There's no wicks pointing down. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the bed of nails pattern. I think there's something wrong with the data
Yeah.
that's coming
So
from the
Nvidia is
exchanges.
popping up. Yeah, Nvidia popped up at around this 136.40.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's
Yeah,
going to squeeze to
AMD's
the
back at
upside.
high of day. There goes Tesla. Tesla's moving back up again.
Yeah, Nvidia has a chance
Tesla's
to break the highs today.
Tesla's back at the VWAP here. Probably might be a decent place to short it. It's unfortunately I caught that a little late. I'm not gonna take that trade. Would have been good to short it just when it got up near the VWAP.
Nvidia is looking interesting, guys. I am very tempted to take a long on it. Let's see what it
The
does here.
Chinese stocks are up today. Some of them are green. Baba, Baidu, JD up a little bit today.
Good morning, chat room. How are you guys?
Andrew.
Good morning.
How are you guys? I'm long AMD at 125.40. 57. Let's see if AMD can pop up a little bit for the really nice ABCD pattern. Sorry I was late.
AMD's at high of day.
Okay,
There
I'll
are
wrap it
some
up.
orders to the upside.
Andrew,
Okay, thanks, Paris.
Thank you,
thank you.
Paris.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming
that.
on.
Did you have a good day?
Oh yeah, I had an
Yeah,
amazing day.
you had a good day.
Trading Tesla?
Didn't trade Tesla, PLTR and Nvidia.
Oh, nice. So no love for Tesla today.
No love
All right.
for
So
Tesla.
thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate that.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
I really couldn't wake up on time this morning. I had a very rough weekend. A lot of catching up and parties and everything. So I was really tired.
It's living on the West Coast. Early rising.
Man, I'm done with the West Coast. I'm done with the West Coast. I need to come to the East Coast. The time zone is really getting difficult. So let's see, guys, what is happening. So today seems like a very slow day, at least now.
Yeah,
tomorrow is
not
halfway,
surprising.
and then rising.
Yes, it is.
So I'm long AMD, but it doesn't seem like it really wants to break out. We'll see. It did a really nice 920 AMD.
It
Very
hadn't
heavy
really. We
volume.
traded it earlier. We traded it earlier? Traded it right off the VWAP, a VWAP bounce. That was one of my better trades today. Got a really nice move back up.
The Dubai problem is trading hours is good in Dubai, but like running businesses with North America in Dubai is a little bit difficult because by the time that I want to go to bed, all of my people are waking up, so it's a little bit tricky.
You could force everyone to live on Dubai time.
Yeah, exactly. No, Eastern time zone I think is the best. Like maybe I move to, I think Colombia is still an option. Montreal is an option. I like to live in Montreal too. It's like a European vibe, European energy. Dubai, Toronto, like that. I mean, if you want to expand our YouTube, like I'm looking for someone to help us expand our YouTube live. So if you really want to start a new office and kind of expanding our YouTube, then maybe Toronto would be one place. I've been to Dubai many times. I think Dubai, Avi is having very regular meetups in Dubai with people. So
Hmm.
I might come. Dubai, I love Dubai. I come all the time. Miami is good. Miami is a little bit too hot for me. I like to be in a place that I'd be able to run. So Miami would be something. Guys, I just wanted to mention that now it's a little bit, uh, lower volume, lower volatility is that we start the boot camp in the new year, the first week of new year. So if anyone is interested, really take you to your trading to the next level in terms of building trade books and consistency. So trade, that one is something that you can actually consider. We've had a lot of good feedbacks in the last boot camp. It comes also with a $50,000 funded training account. I'm going to add a little bit on AMD here, see if we can actually go for the break of 125.50. Yeah, Selva, I think you did today. Welcome. Yeah, I saw that today. Like, I'm going to actually in this week, I'm going to send a couple of emails about the experiences that people had about the bootcamp. So you get a good firsthand experience of what the bootcamp is and how it can actually help you. All right, so let's see if AMD is going to go. The problem in my trade on AMD right now is a little bit risk to reward, is a little bit iffy. But if he can go, it looks like he wants to go 125.10. Yeah, so I think everything is on bootcamp is online. All the things are recorded, but you gotta commit yourself to using the resources that we're giving to you. So with the bootcamp, you get access to a lot of our traders, senior traders, but you gotta bug them, you gotta pin them. Not only you go to classes, but you gotta just be that person that constantly want more attention and take advantage of that. So super important to take advantage of your bootcamp, because bootcamp is like a gym membership. You get results when you actually use it. There's no magic sauce or magic webinar that you become a much better trader. And it's really good for people who want to get into the consistency, like people who've done some basics of trade books, some strategies, but they just can't get into that consistency. You want to get into that, stop those big drops in your equity curve. So yeah, I highly recommend it for the people who actually have to at least 3 months of trading in the belt. Like, when not to take a trade. We teach you when not to take a trade based on your trade book, which is very, very important, because days that there's something moving, but you don't have a trade book, but you still take that trade, those are the days that really destroys you. ADGO, so everything is super choppy here. I'm not sure if what do I want to do with AMD. 5%, potentially want to go up, but
Tesla's moving up.
My life is collapsing slowly. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla. I don't know. Tesla is just below the VWAP. I'm not 100% sure. I don't like it to take it long or short now. AMD looks like it wants to go. Let's see.
Yeah,
All right, there
AMD
you
looks
go.
like it's ready to pop
550.
here. Same with Tesla.
See how far I want to go. Let me take a look at the daily chart on AMD. 126. I want to get to 126 on AMD. Very nice. Yeah, it looks like a really nice bounce. 126, I think, would be a good target. You should be able, guys, to see my screen as well. People who are not in the YouTube, you should be able to see my screen. Let's see if we can get to 126. Let me sell 5,000 shares at 126. I'm gonna put an order there, 5,000 shares, 126. Put the order. Let's see if we can get it or not.
All right. Well, I think it's maybe time we can wrap things up on YouTube. Things are kind of getting a little quiet here, so I hope everybody had a good morning. We traded. We got a nice move on AMD. Got to even set that up quite nicely. We could see it coming. Could see that bounce coming off the VWAP. So hope some people were able to take advantage of that.
Nice. Let me ask a question. Is there any question on YouTube?
Yep.
Just before we are wrapping it up, any question on
Back.
YouTube?
Okay.
Let me ask any question. Does guys in YouTube have any question before we end our show? No question on the YouTube side, guys. Well, thank you so much, guys. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is a half day before Christmas. Happy holidays for those of you who are not trading.
Yep.
And taking the week off.
Yep.
So Ricardo,
So,
the PLTR, it seems that their exchanges are having some issues with some of the transactions. So it's PLTR, Tesla, Nvidia. They all have some of these kind of weird weeks.
Yeah, we've been
So
talking
yeah,
about that.
yeah, what's the hurry? We can actually stay. Like Carlos, if you're okay, we can stay in YouTube because I came late.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless Brian, you really don't want YouTube. Do you hate them?
No. I just it was just past when we usually wrap up. I don't care. We can
Yeah. So if
stay.
you are a Diamond member, so we have a new membership that if you purchase a boot camp, it's called Diamond membership. So we give you 1 year of access to BBT as well, and $50,000 per training account. So, so if anyone wants to, we have it right now on. If anyone wants to join the bootcamp, you get actually 1 year full access to Elite membership as well. So that's one thing that we can do. Laptop every day. Well, I can't give laptop every day, but potentially we can give membership every day. They don't have to own the laptop company.
Is this the Oprah Winfrey show?
Yeah.
You get a laptop and you get a laptop.
Everybody's get a laptop.
Everybody get a laptop.
So, if you're already a Elite member, so if you sign up, you get 1 year of bootcamp, and then we extend your membership 1 year. So that's what we do. We extend your membership 1 year from the time of expiry.
Brian at bearbulltraders.com. Want my email?
Let's see if AMD can get to 126, and I'll do a rich man. All right, so let's see if AMD can get to 126. I have some orders to get out. Guys, another question that I have in the chat room. I want to import a car from China, a very special tow truck from China. Has anyone had experience from importing car from China? Like, we want to build the art car, and for this art car, we found a very special tow, like airport tow cars. It's in China. Have anyone experienced like ordering it in China, build it, and importing it into North America, so I can actually get some?
I think the issue is, and one of the issues is licensing. So if you bring in a car that isn't that you have to make sure that it has to be inspected, it has to meet all the criteria. Assuming you want to put it on the road, if you want to drive it on the road, if you're just
but these
bringing
are
it in,
special, like these are like a
if you don't
special.
intend to.
Like what I want to show you what I want to order.
I was just going to say, if you're not going to drive it on the road, then it's probably you can just import it. But if you want to drive it on the road, there's it gets way more complicated.
Yeah, that's the problem. I agree with you.
Because I know just importing a car. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I want to show you that. By the way, guys, I got out at the 126 some positions, like 5,000 shares. Let's see. I want to show you what I actually want to buy. Don't laugh at me, but this is something that I want to buy. Are you ready? You see my screen? I want to buy this one, something similar to this car. Wait. Something similar to this car. Do you see these cars? I think I want to buy some of these. So it's new, actually, brand new. These are like flat. These ones that tow the airplane. So they're really good for art car if you want to build an art car on it. And the prices are pretty nice, actually, 88,000. I found some actually cheaper as well. Like, yeah, this one. See, this one is pretty fucking cute. Let me see here. This is the perfect one. Look at that, Brian. You can build an art car on it.
I think Thor is still sharing his screen. Thanks.
So this is what Thor. I want, actually. Yeah, see.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
It says $30,000.
I think that'd be pretty cool to drive around town too.
Anyways, if anyone said this is Iron Planet.
Yeah.
Iron Planet is interesting. Yeah, maybe I can. That's really cool. If I can get this one for $30,000, that would be really amazing. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out more on AMD. That was a good trade. Anyone took AMD with me?
Yeah, that was a nice trade on AMD. It's a big order at 427 or 127, I should say. Could still go there. AMD up $7 today. Wow, somebody decided it was a good deal. oversold. Q's 5 have been really pretty choppy here. This is AMD is quite extended now, so it's up around R6 on the pivot levels. So
Wow, amazing, guys. I'm selling more here on AMD at 126.20. Very nice. Did anyone talk in the chat room, guys, AMD with me? Iron Planet. See, NRM, that's nice. I want to, exactly, I don't know where to buy these kind of things. So that's really thing. This Iron Planet that you mentioned is actually very nice. If anyone knows where to buy this kind of equipment, I love that. Like either importing it or buying it from.
yeah, I'm sure you could probably find them on find them used. You buy all sorts of used equipment.
I want to build an art car. So look at that, this Brian. You can see my screen. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. It's a military one.
Perfect.
Then we all go to Burning Man together with my art car. No, seriously. Some of the
Yeah.
cool, like these are really.
I want to buy an excavator so I can dig holes.
And then for the people that you kill, you want to just put them in there.
Let's see, look at AMD's pulling back now after getting to R6. Still in an uptrend though, guys.
So AMD, I'm out mostly on it. That was a good trade. So let's see if we can get to AMD a little bit higher, 126.50. I'm glad that I actually woke up late and I got such a good trade on it. This is amazing. Eagle Tog, thanks. Let me see, what is that? Yeah, I know. I saw that Eagle Togs. Big Red, have you used them? That's really nice. These are super nice. Golf deals. Still the government. Golf deals. Yeah, let's go to the golf deals as well. I love this community. You get all sorts of information from the community, from selling trucks to trading. I love that.
Whatever happened to the 747 that was there? Did they ever? Has it been taken away? Because
Yeah, it's taken away. It's now. It's I think they took it to Vegas because it's very difficult to bring it in and out. They just somebody I think bought it in Vegas and they were storing it in Vegas. That was a crazy idea. In Burning Man, they brought a huge 747 as a party playing Burning Man.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Like that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. So see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
So they had to close the highway, and then they open up the wings, and it was just a nightmare to bring it in. And then people were partying that for 1 week. It was just unbelievable, crazy. That was the wildest thing I've ever done. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, I remember we went out on one of the wings. We were standing on one of the wings.
Yeah, partying on the cockpit. We were partying in the cockpit. It was just crazy. But the problem was, and then 1 year they had to leave it in the land, which was not. See, they had to leave
not
it.
Cool.
here there wasn't acceptable. So eventually they took it to Vegas. I think a billionaire bought it and put it in Vegas. I don't think they're bringing it anymore. It's just too much work.
Too much effort. Yeah.
Yeah, too much, way too much work. It's expensive, also super expensive to want to bring it and take it, and it's just crazy. Like, it was just unbelievable partying inside that. That was just a dream. But I was thinking of building something small and just taking something small. But the base is important. Like, if you have a really good base, like one of these small, tow trucks and stuff, it would be much, much nicer. Yeah, if anyone has any experience about this kind of specialty vehicles, like, helping, I mean, the prices that I see in China is really cheap, like $20,000-$30,000. You can buy brand new, it would be really nice. But if you can buy something that is very low, so in terms of height is very low, kind of flat, then maybe it's better to buy a used one, a military one or something here. If anyone has any experience, I would love that. Build a BBT art car. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I probably could have called someone. Yeah, well, it turned out to be a good trade for me, even though I started late. That was a very nice trade so far. Let's see if AMD stops me out or no. If it might actually continue trending up, but market volatility is really low now, so really nothing moves. Yeah, driving it is also another thing. That's why I want the experience from the people. Driving it is also very important. I don't anticipate it drives a lot, so potentially we can actually put it behind the trailer and ship it to Burning Man, because I don't think we want to drive it to Burning Man.
No, probably doesn't. If it's a truck that pushes planes around, it probably doesn't do much more than 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, and pretty expensive. Probably want to drive it too. So I was thinking of doing that. Guys, do you want to have a retreat in Burning Man? Who's coming next year to Burning Man? Why not having a retreat in Burning Man, guys? Who's coming? Let's go to Burning Man. Like, now we had so much fun in Colombia that if anyone wants to experience Burning Man, like Brian and I are experienced, so we can actually have a Burning Man retreat.
Yep. I survived Burning Man.
All right, let's see if AMD wants to break another high of the day.
Sis, you just read Andrew's book. Awesome.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
If you read the book, appreciate the review. I really like my reviews get to 18,000 reviews on Amazon. That's a big milestone. So I really appreciate, guys, if you write your honest review on Amazon. And yeah, so this year I think was great for Babel traders. We're toward the end of the year, so I think I'm pretty happy with what we did. We had our biggest summit in Vancouver, which was the highlight. I finished my 7th summit this year. We had 3 successful boot camp. We had the first retreat, which was an amazing experience. I don't think any communities would do this kind of retreats with family that what we did. So 2024 was a very, very amazing, successful for our
It was
community.
a great year. Yeah.
Great year. I'm really looking forward for 2025. I'm really excited for the next year conference in Vancouver, which should be TEDx. I anticipate maybe we can have 2 more retreats in 2 other destinations with the community, potentially adding more tools and trading terminal, like finishing the journaling tool, the scanners, real-time simulator for the community. So it has been a great year, and I'm really grateful, really grateful to everybody. who really trusted us and sharing your trading journey with us. I know there's so many communities out there, and I'm really grateful for you guys that chose us, trusting us. So thanks for really, guys, all of you for joining our community and trading with us. I hope that trading would be a great experience for you.
Yeah, a lot of the people that came to Colombia just really had a great bond, and a lot of those people have already committed to come to Vancouver just to and we're actually a number of the traders are also planning to go to up to Whistler and make while they're out here, so do some skiing.
Yeah, so some people are coming before a few days earlier. If anyone wants to ski in Vancouver, I think end of March would be very nice time for skiing. So maybe plan a few days before go to Whistler. I think there's a lot of people are going there. I might go as well, depending on how much work I have here. It might be a little bit busy. I might go. And some people want to stay a
Yeah,
few days also there to do some other stuff. And drive the
I think
Lambo.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go too, I think. Tesla looks like it wants to go higher. Might throw a few calls on here. I
429
think it's going to go through 428. Big order at 430.
See if AMD wants to go back up. I'm gonna add a little bit more on AMD here. Let's see if you can go break up another 126. Five minutes, guys. And again, guys, bootcamp, guys, if you want a bootcamp, I think this sale that we have is the best one. $50,000 funded account, bootcamp, and 1 year of membership. I think that's one of the best deals that you can find for bootcamp and trading education, because you work with a lot of traders, and these traders are obviously expensive if you want to work with them on an hourly basis. Some of them charge like $1,000 an hour, so I think that would be really a good value for anyone who really wants to take some serious mentorship. Which book I recommend? I think the How to Day Trade for a Living is the basic starting book. I think it's the most important one that you read first to get a good idea of what is happening here, the terminology, what we're doing, some of the basic strategies. And then maybe if you want to get a little bit more details of decision making, everything, you can read my advanced book. And of course, Brian's book on options trading is really important too if you want to learn how to trade options. So these are the recommendations that I have for the books. And again, also, we all appreciate an honest feedback and review on Amazon. I know it's a little bit of a pain. Nobody does that. I'm never really wrote any review or anything, but I really appreciate if you guys do that.
Yeah. Helps us out a bit.
All right, so let's see if AMD wants to go break up high of the day one more time. I added a little bit more.
I'm long some Tesla calls again.
Said that 430, yeah, that's a nice move.
It's looking like it might want to go there. Thanks for the hearts. The Qs and SPY are starting to bounce a bit here.
Excellent. So I'm glad that I came out and took one trade on AMD. Turned out to be a really nice trade. Very classic.
Excellent.
If AMD can break high of the day one more time.
Yeah, AMD is, like I said, rejected right at R6 pivot point.
It's not a nice pop. Yeah, Brian took a really nice pop on Tesla. That was really nice.
Yeah, it's pulling back a bit now.
Let's see if AMD stops me out or not. Looks like it wants to stop me out. My average is
Come on.
125.12, so very close.
Oh, that was a big rejection right at the VWAP on the Qs, or if that print is right.
Yeah, it is. It seems like it's nice rejection. I think AMD most likely is going to stop me out. Let's see. 8 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Pretty close. Here comes 430 on Tesla. Maybe gonna get there.
Wow, yeah, Tesla was a nice call. You took it on the call, huh?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Just a few because it's kind of late.
Nice. Let's see what AMD looks like it wants to go there. All right, I'm still long on AMD, guys. Let's see if we can go for the high of the day again.
I don't know. It seems to be. I don't see it selling off, but I kind of feels like it's sort of established this second lower high here at 126. It's got to get back through that now. All right, guys, I'm getting hungry here, so I am going to grab some breakfast. So yeah, hope everybody had a decent day. Certainly, there were some good trading opportunities with Thor and myself at the open, trading Tesla to the short side. Got a nice drop there, and then AMD long off the VWAP. That was kind of a textbook VWAP bounce trade. So, Monsieur Andrew, we'll catch you later.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brian. Thank you, guys. YouTube guys. See
Okay,
you tomorrow
cheers.
morning, and all the best. So we'll. I'm still in AMD. Let's see if we can actually break the high of the day. So all the best, guys. Stay in the chat room. Hey, boss.